there. Remember that physics is a science of measurement. It's a quantitative science. And today I just want to talk to you about two instruments that are often used in the lab. One is the micrometer, screw gauge, and the second one is the Vernier Calipers. So first let us look at the micrometer. The micrometer can measure distances as small as 1/100th of a millimeter. 1/100th of a millimeter. And the micrometer has two scales on it. This one may be called the pitch scale or the main scale, and the rotating scale is the head scale. So those are the two scales. And if you look at the main scale, you see that each division here is 1 millimeter, but you have divisions down below which is exactly between these two divisions, which means that one small division on the main scale is 1/2 millimeter. And looking at the head scale, you see there are 50 divisions on it, because you see it's 0 to 5, 10, 15, and all the way back to 45, 50. And once you get the micrometer, the first thing that you do is to find its least count. Now the least count is the smallest reading or the smallest measurement that can be taken using the micrometer. And in order to find it, we have to look at the main scale and the head scale, which we have already done. And then use the formula that least count is equal to the value of one main scale division, which in this case was 1/2 millimeter, remember, divided by the number of divisions on the head scale. So 1/2 millimeter, I'm going to change that to half, divided by 50, which gives you 0.01 millimeter. That's the least count of the micrometer. It need not be the same for all micrometers, so you have to first find out the least count. And next, let's see how we can use the micrometer to measure something. Okay, you can measure different things. You can measure the length of an object, the outer diameter of the object, the inner diameter, and all that. So basically, to measure it, you put the device between the two jaws and take the two readings. Now in this case, you see that the last division that you can see on the main scale is this one, and that is 16.5. How is it 16.5? This is 15, right? And this is 15.5. This is 16, 16.5. So the last one is 16.5. So that will be the main scale division. And on the head scale, this division coincides with this line, the datum line. Okay, so, and that is 17, because this is 15, this is 17, because each one has to be 2, 19, 21, 23, 25. So this is 17. Now once you get those two, you can calculate the measurement. It's 16.5 plus 0.17. Now where did I get that 0.17 from? Remember that the least count was 0.01. So what you do is you multiply 17 by 0.01, which gives you 0.17, and then you add it to 16.5. So the measurement is 16.67 millimeter. That's how you measure using a micrometer. The second instrument that we are going to look at today is the Vernier Calipers. And the Vernier Calipers has again um, two scales, as you can see, the main scale and the vernier scale. And in this case, first, once again, you got to find the least count, and the least count is just like before, value of one main scale division. As you can see here, it's 1 millimeter, right? The smallest division here is 1 millimeter because this is 1 centimeter divided into 10 parts, so this small division is 1 millimeter. And how many divisions are there on the vernier? Well, it's not so clear, but there are 10 divisions here. 10, that's the vernier scale. So least count is 1 millimeter divided by 10, which is 0.1 millimeter. And how do you take the reading using the vernier? To take the reading using the vernier, you have to read the main scale and then you have to read the vernier scale. Okay, so let me just move that up. All right. Here, when you look at it, you see that the zero of the vernier, which is this one, has gone past this division, which is 6.3, or it's actually 63 millimeter, isn't it? Because that's 60 millimeter, 61, 62, 63, and that is 64. So the actual reading has to be between 63 and 64. Why? Again, let me explain that. The zero of the vernier it's moving from left to right, remember. So it has just crossed this one, but it has not crossed 64. So the main scale reading is 63.0 millimeters. And now to find the vernier reading, look at it carefully. You will see that this zero is not straight in line with this. Neither is the first one. Look at the second one. The second one is just in line, or it coincides perfectly. So the vernier reading is 2. If you continue, you see that there is no other division that is perfectly in line. Just take a look. And none of these are in line with any of the divisions on the main scale. So there will only be one division, which is 2 in this case. And you got to multiply that with 0.1. So you get 0.2, and then you add that. So 63.0 plus 0.2 gives 63.2 millimeter. Now that is how you take a reading using a vernier. Thank you. I hope you've understood.